All right, hello and welcome to AntiSlaveQE. This is your host, Bo Diggles. I'm here today because I want to talk about this shit. So, I'm seeing a lot about this on Twitter. Uh, I'm seeing a lot about this mostly just on Twitter. Alex Stein going fucking crazy. Um, with he's a G, by the way. He's a G. And yeah, so, and then he got banned for this too because it was like saying it was hate speech what he did, which, I mean, in any other situation, if there wasn't obvious like creep, then it probably would have been not consider, but yeah, it's a gray area. That's a gray area, and I want to get one thing out of the way before I even start discussing this topic, and that is first and foremost that I do not believe there is anything wrong at all with a transgender person being around a child. Okay, don't think there's anything wrong with that. Personally, I have transgender people in my family that I love very much. Very much. It's not something that I completely understand because I've never had to deal with it. And I don't think anybody that hasn't had to deal with it probably wouldn't have an understanding of it. So, that's my opinion. I just want to get that out there to start off because this is a very controversial topic and I do not want to be deemed a bigot for the rest of my life because I put my opinion on YouTube about this. So, spoiler alert, I think this is a fucking psyop, bro. Because for one, okay, for one, this happened in Texas. I've never heard of some shit like this happening in Texas. I've never heard of some shit happening. I'm not saying that it shouldn't because everybody should be happy for people loving who they love and doing what they want to do everywhere. Okay? There should just always be an acceptance time. Like we should just always be accepting of everybody. This shit, people are going to fucking war. People are going to fucking war right now and it is crazy and like so this is what I'm thinking in my head is like that this is a psyop. This has to be a psyop because you're telling me that not even a week or a couple fucking however long it was before this happened, okay? We already have the Texans up in arms about the children, bro. The right is already up in arms about protecting the children. The red states have red faces right now because they're up in arms about protecting the children, okay? This is like a far left, like liberal idea kind of thing that they don't seem to really get with very often, right? The whole pride accept. I mean, and I'm not saying that they don't. I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just saying that it has been. I mean, Democrats have done it too, but I just okay. So I believe that there's this dividing line between all of us, from the liberals, the Democrats, the Republicans, and I think that they're making these events happen, or maybe not even making them happen. Happen. Like I'm not saying that fucking what happened at that school was planned. I'm not saying that was planned. Maybe they let it happen and then fucking just really put the icing on the shit cake with this. And what I'm saying is that I've been looking at people's tweets and shit on motherfucking Twitter and some some guy posted a tweet saying something about like wanting to publicly execute one of these people for grooming children. And I was just like, holy shit. And but then I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? This is exactly what the fuck they want, bro. This is exactly what they want because how convenient. And I mean, look at it. It says it's not going to lick itself. I licked it, so it's mine. And granted, those neon signs were probably already bolted up because it's a fucking gay bar. You know, they should not have hosted a child friendly event at or a child friendly event at a gay bar. I couldn't even get into the rock events that I wanted or the fucking punk show events that I wanted to get to when I was younger because they were being played at a bar. So I just like I don't get it. That's one thing I don't get. And obviously this is gonna fucking piss people off. And right after fucking that school gets shot up by what the mainstream media is portraying as a transgender kid, okay? So now let's think if you're somebody that's not open-minded, open thinking, somebody that's not being like, okay, there could be something else going on here. You're thinking, man, they just got my fucking oh man, people are getting so pissed to the point where there's going to be violence. If shit like this keeps happening, there's going to be violence. I'm not saying this is not me being like I'm going to be there causing violence. This is me being like At some point, if this shit keeps happening, there's gonna be more violence because people are gonna fucking, dude. Like I said, seen that shit online. This dude like, hey, oh, we're not the same. I would have publicly executed. Like, fuck, man. And they obviously are grooming children. They obviously are. Okay, the fucking drag queens were like twerking in front of them and shit, and like the signs in the back. And eventually, the police showed up and removed the kids from the bar because it wasn't legal for it to be going on in the first place. So they came and they removed the children from the bar. I just think that it sounds really planned. And what I think is going on right now is seriously meticulously planned, meticulously executed, systematic social deconstruction of everything going on around us. So they're going to keep the left and the right mad and fucking at each other like this at our throats, bro. Because yeah, because if we got people, yeah, no, this is no, man, this shit's not right. This shit isn't right for one, and I'm not, and I love the LGBTQ community, I do, but this is a gray area. Okay, so maybe it's a psyop that this was even happening, but then some people of that community did take their kids there, just the same as some people in the community will take their kids to Pride. Some other people think they shouldn't because there's kink stuff there. Now, for me personally, I love Pride. I've gone multiple times. I think it's a fucking fun event. Have a great time. Don't bring my daughter because there's dudes in dog suits with butt plugs in their ass. I've seen it. So, you know what I mean? So that's just for me personally. And I think what's happening is that this gray area, okay, and all the involvement with the children, okay, the childrenness, like, yes, the children are fucking important, bro. But the power elites are taking the fact that our children are important and they're using it against us to keep us divided so that they can conquer when they fucking fully put out the Great Reset. That's all I'm saying. Call me crazy. I am a little crazy. This shit is crazy. Meticulously planned and meticulously executed motherfucking social deconstruction, bro. That is what's happening right now, bro. Because because on the motherfucking side that are the people that want to be like, okay, I'm gonna come to arms because I want to support my community, but my community is doing this. I don't know. No, your community is not doing that. No, the LGBTQ community should not at all be fucking looked at because of what happened there. Because that's not the LGBTQ community. That's the goddamn government trying to make you hate them. All right? And that's all I have to say. God bless everybody here. Have a fucking good day because I'm not.